Hello, loyal fans and subscribers. Ninamori Fanboy here with the team building / preparation video for Week 2 in the playoffs of PBF Season 2. This week I go up against the Blackmont Raikougars. If you're not following the official PBF on Twitter, that name might sound unfamiliar to you. However, this is not a newcomer by any means. This team has actually been rebranded from a team from last season, and most of this season actually, whom you're probably more familiar with, that being the infamous Pittsburgh Steelix, the winner of last season, and the opponent whom I lost to, I believe, this exact week, Week 2 of the playoffs last season, the one who ended my winning streak. He also goes by Scoot or Pokizam, but whatever his name is, the point is he is an incredible battler, and I'm definitely going to have my work cut out for me this week. Oh, and by the way, last week during my team building preparation video, I used a different format for recording these videos, and the response was pretty positive. It seems like you guys liked that. However, ironically, I'm not able to make a video like that this week. Basically, the computer that I have that program installed on cannot connect to the internet for a few days because someone is borrowing my Ethernet cable for a few days, and it can't connect to Wi-Fi, so I'm just doing it this quote-unquote old-fashioned way, so hopefully it'll just be this week, and, if next week, if I actually defeat Scoot and the Raikougars, then we'll be back to normal, well, quote-unquote normal, my showdown videos that you guys like. But anyway, let's get right into the team builder, because I'm sure that's what we're all here to see. I'm going to list my entire roster right now, although you should definitely know it by this point. I have Mega Metacham, Talonflame, Starmie, Noivern, Mamoswine, Swampert, Granbull, Quillfish, Mega Steelix, Persian, Carbink, and Magmortar, and Scoot, the Raikougars, has access to Mega Alakazam, Chansey, Rotom Wash, Infernape, Mandibuzz, Haxorus, Scrafty, Registeel, Cinccino, Weezing, Credilli, and Kabutops. Now, I know last season when I looked at Scoot's team, I said the same thing, but good grief, look at this team. This is madness. How is someone supposed to compete with this? He's got Mega Alakazam, Infernape, Haxorus for heavy offensive threats, then Chansey, Rotom, Mandibuzz, Weezing, Registeel? I mean, how was this allowed? His team is so stacked. It's crazy, but I said the same thing last season, and I didn't do too badly, but he did end up defeating me. Kind of a fluke on my part during my team building, so hopefully this season during my team building I don't make a mistake like that again. There's still a high chance that I could lose just because this team is so stacked and Scoot is such a good player, but I don't know. Like I said, hopefully this team that I made will pull through and I will defeat the Raikougars and move on. But until then, let's just go over the team I made. First things first, I got my Mega Metacham, mostly because it deals heavy damage to Chansey and Rotom, and even Weezing, and maybe Mandibuzz. Haxorus, they can do damage to. Cinccino, maybe Scrafty, another one Steelix, and Infernape if Infernape doesn't KO me first. But basically anything other than the Mega Alakazam it can be good for. It was really no question between Metacham and Steelix, just because, Metacham hits all of them and Steelix doesn't really do much. For moves, I got Fake Out, Bullet Punch, High Jump Kick, and Zen Headbutt. Pretty self-explanatory. I got 2 priority on it, Fake Out and Bullet Punch, for Mega Alakazam, because I'm pretty certain that's going to be a huge threat to my team, so I have quite a bit of priority on this team, which you'll see. But yeah, that's my Mega Metacham so far. In the second slot, I have my Granbull. I figured the Intimidate would be nice. He's also got that Mandibuzz that can hit relatively hard, not super hard, but okay, I guess. He does have Weezing and Registeel that kind of deterred me a little bit, but I think this will be a good choice. I got leftovers on it. Play Rough, Earthquake, Close Combat, and Heal Bell. the attacks are self-explanatory, like Earthquake for like Infernape and Registeel, also Close Combat for Registeel and Chansey. Play Rough, of course, for the Mandibuzz, though, and Scrafty. So yeah, there's that. I think it'll do well. Gramble doesn't usually let me down, so I'm pretty confident about this. Anyway, in the third slot, I have a Mamoswine. This is Life Orb, Naughty Nature, max speed, almost max attack, a little special attack investment. Got Ice Shard, Earthquake, Superpower Slash, Icicle Crash, haven't decided yet, and Freeze Dry. Freeze Dry for Rotom, that's why you put Freeze Dry on Mamoswine, specifically for Rotom, and that's why I have it on this one. I can't remember why I was debating Superpower or Icicle Crash, but I have it listed as both for now. Earthquake and Ice Shard, both pretty self-explanatory. I think Mamo will do really well this time, going full power Life Orb, so we'll see what it can do. I don't think it'll disappoint either. In the fourth slot, I have a Talonflame. This is holding a Sharp Beak with the attacks Brave Bird, Flare Blitz, Roost, and not Swords Dance, but Tailwind. This is actually a strategy that Scoot recommended to me a while back in the league. He mentioned, set up Tailwind and then have Mamoswine just wreck things. He recommended having a choice band, but in this situation, I think Life Orb will be better. So that's what I'm doing. My Talonflame is basically my standard build. It just has Tailwind instead of Swords Dance. So I think it'll do well. It's also holding a Sharp Beak instead of Leftovers or no item. So I think it'll be able to apply a lot of pressure. What do I have Flare Blitz for? Oh, Registeel. Okay. That looks like about it, but yeah. Alright. So I can't set up or burn things with it, but the Tailwind, mainly for, speeding up some slower mons like Mega Medicham and Mamoswine, that I'm hoping will be truly what wins me this battle. So he might see this coming, because he recommended this strategy to me, but it's been a while since he recommended it, so he might have forgot. I doubt it, but I'm hoping to catch him off guard. If I do, this will be incredible. Anyway, in the second to last slot to accompany Talonflame, I got my Starmie, Analytic this time, and I haven't decided on the item. I have it either, Kasib Berry and Walk-On Berry for Shadow Ball and Thunderbolt, respectively, from Mega Alakazam. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking Assault Vest will work better on this thing because I don't have any status moves anyway, so I might as well just throw an Assault Vest on. It's middle ground. Like, if I really predicted Shadow Ball, I could give it the Kasib Berry, but if I expected Thunderbolt, I could give it the Walk-On. But I think I'm just going to ultimately go with Assault Vest. Anyway, the attacks I have are Dazzling Gleam, Rapid Spin, Scald, and Psychic. I have Psychic instead of Psyshock for Wheezing. I know that puts me at a little more of a disadvantage against Chansey, but I won't want to stay in against Chansey anyway. I got Dazzling Gleam for Scrafty and like Mandibuzz. Also, Psychic hits Rotom a little harder if he's physically defensive, which I'm guessing he will be based on my team. So there's that. I got Scald for Burns, and then Rapid Spin, like I said, to support Starmie. So hopefully it'll do well. I'm hoping to get off some chip damage against Mega Alakazam with it, like live a hit, then, fire off a Scald, maybe burn it, then come in with Talonflame, take it out with Brave Bird. That's a plan anyway. We'll see how far that goes. And finally, in the last slot, I do not have my Swampert. I debated Swampert for a while, like a long while, because I felt it would do well against, like, Infernape and Haxorus. Then I remembered Infernape can get Grass Knot, and Haxorus can still do solid damage, and like Scraft, his physical attackers that Swampert can do well against can be handled by some of my other members, so I opted instead for the mascot himself, Carbink. I've done this in the past as well, and Carbink hasn't let me down. It does what Swampert does without needing to worry so much about grass attacks, which is, why I'm opting for Carbink instead of Swampert. As for its set, I have a Calm Nature, Max Spadef and HP with leftovers, knowing Stealth Rock, Toxic, Moonblast, and Rest. I don't have Protect on this one just because I'm expecting him to expect me to have Protect, and I just won't. I'll have Rest instead. I do have Heal Bell on my Grand Bowl, like if I rest and then I can heal it back up later. That's 2 fairy types I got, I know, but that Mandibuzz, that Mandibuzz is definitely going to be an issue, so I think the 2 fairy types definitely will help more than hurt. It's hard walled by Wheezing, but at the same time, Wheezing can't do much to me besides burn me, and I do have Rest for that, so, I mean, it's still an uphill battle for me, but, Carbink cannot beat Wheezing, but Wheezing can't do much to Carbink back, you see what I'm saying? Either way, that's my Carbink. I think it'll do well against anyone except Wheezing and Registeel, because I can't Toxic either of them, and yeah, I got Max PBF for Mega Alakazam. Even if I didn't calc Psy Shock, I should probably do that. I was calcing Psychic, but I think Carbink can do well. Maybe Toxic the Mega Alakazam, or even Moonblast gets special attack drops. I can Moonblast or Toxic Chansey, Rotom. Any of them special attackers can, I'm hoping it can do well against. Even Haxorus, like if it's physical with Earthquake, I don't think it OHKOs. I'm actually pretty positive it doesn't OHKO. But I don't think I OHKO back with Moonblast. Anyway, that's my Carbink. I think it'll do well in conjunction with my team, and hopefully my team will do well against his. I'll just list my whole team once again. I got Mega Medicham, Talonflame, Carbink, Granbull, Mamoswine, and Starmie. As I mentioned, the main strategy of this is to have Talonflame come in, do what it can, then Tailwind, and then have Mega Medicham and Mamoswine just wreck stuff, hopefully late game. Early game, I don't know what I can do. Maybe have Carbink come out, Toxic his walls, set up rocks, His Chansey will probably have Natural Cure, so the Toxic on that won't matter too much, but I think if I get in the groove, I can maybe do some stuff, maybe put in some work. I don't think this is all bad. I think I might have somewhat of a chance, but I don't know. We'll have to see. If I do somehow emerge victorious, that'll be an incredible feat. It's crazy that we both managed to fight one another again this week, like the week before the finals. So one of us is going to end up losing and the other will go on to the finals and may end up winning. But either way, in order for that to happen, I do have to defeat him, which if I do, I'll move on to next week and hopefully we'll be back to the Showdown Team Builder. Anyway, look forward to the battle because I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm sure Scoot's looking forward to it. So yes, thank you for watching this video and have a good day.